Welcome to Che Vemos una Peli. In this new installment of unjustly forgotten science fiction films, we bring you a selection of hidden gems that have surely gone unnoticed by many, from time travel to ethical dilemmas about artificial intelligence. These stories will not only make you reflect, but will also keep you on the edge of your seat, sofa, or mat. Get ready to discover titles that, despite their quality, did not always receive the attention they deserved. And we begin. Looper. In a dystopian future, time travel is a reality, but is controlled by criminal organizations that use it to eliminate undesirable people. Joe is a looper, a hired assassin tasked with killing people sent from the future. Everything will change when one of the victims turns out to be his future self, Joe, after. This will set off a chain of events that will challenge your moral compass and your instinct for survival. The movie examines significant themes like fate, sacrifice, and the outcomes of our choices, combining fast-paced action with an intricate and thrilling plot. The main cast features Joseph Gordon-Levitt as young Joe, Bruce Willis as the future version of Joe, and Emily Blunt as Sarah. Why watch it? This film stands out as one of the most original in its genre in recent years, featuring surprising twists, unforgettable performances, and an engaging atmosphere that will hold your attention. As a fun fact, Joseph Gordon-Levitt spent hours studying Bruce Willis's gestures and speech patterns to portray a younger and more believable version of him. I am your mother. Inside a subterranean bunker meant to repopulate the planet after an apocalyptic event, a teenage girl referred to only as daughter is raised by a robot named Mother. The relationship between them will seem perfect until a wounded woman appears at the entrance of the shelter, raising questions about everything Iha wished to learn regarding the outside world and her own life. This movie merges psychological suspense with ethical inquiries regarding artificial intelligence, persistently questioning the audience's views on truth and deception. The film features Clara Ruka as Iha, Rose Byrne as Mother, and Helen Swan as the mysterious woman. Why is it worth seeing? It is an intelligent and visually stunning science fiction trailer that will leave you pondering long after it ends. Curiously, the design of Mother's robot was entirely created with practical effects, operated by a professional puppeteer inside the suit. Captive Nation. A decade after the alien occupation of Earth, humanity lives under an authoritarian regime imposed by its invaders. While some collaborate with the extraterrestrials to maintain control, others are part of the underground resistance seeking to regain freedom. The story follows Gabriel, a young man caught between these two factions, as he becomes a key player in the struggle for the planet's fate. A narrative that combines intrigue, politics, and science fiction, the film explores themes such as mass surveillance and the fight for autonomy. Among its main actors, we find John Goodman as William Mulligan, Aston Sander as Gabriel, and Vera Farmiga as Joe Doe, a mysterious figure of the resistance. Why should you watch it? It's a different genre-blending proposal, focusing on the socio-political impact of an alien invasion rather than solely on action. Interestingly, the film uses real Chicago locations to create an authentic and desolate atmosphere, with minimal but effective special effects. Cybernetic assassin. In a war-ravaged planet, corporations have created killer machines called screamers to protect their interests. These machines, designed to adapt and evolve, become uncontrollable, endangering the humans trying to survive. Commander Hendrickson leads a mission to negotiate peace, but soon discovers that the line between man and machine has become dangerously blurred. The film combines action with a critical commentary on technological excesses and human conflict. Among its main actors, we find Peter Weller as the commander, Jennifer Rubin as Jessica, and rotuples like Burker. Why should you watch it? Based on the story of Filthy Dick, this film offers a dark and fascinating insight into the relationship between humanity and technology. As an interesting fact, the screamers were designed inspired by creatures described in science fiction stories from the 50s and 60s. Safety Not Guaranteed, 2012. A trio of journalists discovers an ad in a newspaper where a man is looking for a partner for a time travel journey. Intrigued, they decide to investigate and thus meet Kenneth, an eccentric store clerk who claims to have built a time machine. As the journalists get involved in his plan, the lines between reality and delusion blur, leading them to rethink their own existences. The film blends humor, romance, and science fiction, exploring themes of loneliness and the desire for redemption. In the leading roles, we see Audrey Placer portraying the disenchanted journalist, Margot Plath as Kenneth, and Jake Johnson as Jeff, the cynical leader of the group. Why should you see it? This indie treasure employs science fiction as a means to delve into human feelings with a delightful and innovative perspective. Interestingly, the character Egon was inspired by a real complaint that was published in a magazine in the same year as the novel, initially as a joke, but it ended up capturing the attention of a large part of the audience. Coherence, from that year. At a dinner party, a bizarre astronomical phenomenon creates anomalies in space-time. As the night progresses, the guests discover that their realities are intertwining with alternative versions of themselves, causing a rising tension that could lead to their destruction. Set predominantly in one location, the film amplifies feelings of claustrophobia and intrigue throughout its narrative. This film poses deep philosophical inquiries regarding identity and the decisions that define our existence. Among the lead actors are Emily Van Dolen plays M, Maurice Sterling portrays Kevin, and Nicholas Brendon acts as Mike, a former actor. Why watch it? Despite its low budget, this movie crafts a captivating narrative full of surprising turns that will have you speculating right up to the finale. As a fun fact, the majority of the dialogue was improvised, since director James Ward Bickett only gave broad outlines for each scene. Cleve and Elsa push the boundaries of ethics by integrating human DNA with that of different species to produce a hybrid entity named Dren. In the beginning, Dren looks like a remarkable scientific breakthrough, but its fast-paced development and unpredictable actions will soon unleash a series of catastrophic events. The film tackles issues like scientific ambition, ethical dilemmas, and the fallout from playing with nature, combining horror and science fiction. The main cast includes Adrian Brody portraying Cleve Nikolai, Sarah Polley as Elsa Cass, and Stephanie Jenner in the role of Dren. Why watch it? Why watch it? It is a provocative film that does not shy away from exploring the limits of science and its potential repercussions, with unsettling moments that will linger with you. As a curious note, Dren's appearance is based on human anatomical models in unusual animal species to give it a disturbing yet fascinating appearance. Johnny Mnemonic. In a dystopian future, Johnny is a data courier who carries sensitive information implanted directly in his brain. When he agrees to transport a file that's too large, he becomes the target of powerful corporations and mercenaries racing against time to extract the information before it causes him irreversible brain damage. The film is an adaptation of a short story by William Gibson and offers a cyberpunk version full of action and advanced technology. Among its main actors, we find Keanu Reeves as Johnny, Dinah Meyer as Jane, and Dove Laudren as the killer preacher. Why should you watch it? It's a cult film within the cyberpunk genre that blends thrilling action with a reflection on the relationship between technology and humanity. Interestingly, the film was one of the first to explore the concept of the internet as an advanced global network, anticipating elements of today's digital culture. Repo Man, from the decade of the decade. Otto, a directionless young man, becomes a repo man tasked with reclaiming cars whose owners have defaulted on their debts. On some of his missions, he discovers a car containing a mysterious secret related to aliens, attracting the attention of the government and other interested factions. The film is a blend of science fiction, black comedy, and social critique, with a unique style that has made it a cult classic. Among its main actors, we find Emilio Estevez as Otto, Dean Statham as Pat, and Tracy Waller as Miller. Why should you watch it? It's a subversive satire that captures the rebellious spirit of the 80s, with clever dialogues and a storyline that goes against what you would normally expect. Like your curious mind, the film has multiple references or conspiracy theories about UFOs, a topic that was very popular during the 1980s. And there you have it, a new list of unjustly forgotten science fiction films that truly deserve to be rediscovered, from time travel and ethical dilemmas to social commentary and cosmic adventures. These films offer something unique. If you want original stories that mix action, reflection, and emotion, this selection won't disappoint you. Which of these films stood out to you? Let us know in the comments which ones you would like to see in future lists. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to Che Vemos Una Peli, and activate the bell so you won't miss our upcoming recommendations. See you later, bye.